What's going through your mind right now?
Well, this is everything you dream about. It's something that you work for all summer, and for a lot of these guys, all 4 years throughout their high school career. It's something that they'll always remember.
Now, are you nervous at this time? Are the butterflies going?
Oh, right now you're at your peak, and I know, speaking for myself, at the professional level, I'm at the stage where you're almost nauseous until you get that first hit out of the way, and all the butterflies seem to go away.
And this has got to be a big moment for both of these teams playing in an NFL building.
Oh, I'm sure they're excited, and it's going to be a fast track, so the team with a lot of speed is definitely going to have the advantage.
Well, we're just about to have the kickoff. Kicking off will be Chad Spence from Mendon High School, number 22. You see him there. They had an 8-1 overall record this season, 6-1 in the conference. Lake Linden perfect at 10-0. Lake Linden from the Upper Peninsula, Mendon from the western part of the Lower Peninsula. And Spence puts his foot into the ball, and we're underway. It gets picked up deep. Number 35, Rich Marcotte, on the return. In on the stop for Mendon, number 62, Victor Hoover. So Lake Linden has it 1st and 10 from their own 32.
Well, Mendon had a squib kick there, and they almost made the mistake of overrunning the ball. And they had a great return off that. They got good field position.
Number 13, Andrew Crouch is the quarterback. 5'9", 155 junior, had 8 touchdowns this year. The give is to Marcotte once again. He picks up about 2. They mark it at the 35, 2nd and 8.
Looks like Linden's going to come out with the split back attack and run a little bit of option. That was an option play where they gave it to the fullback for a good game.
Just underway here at the Pontiac Silverdome. Lake Linden and Mendon High Schools. The pitch this time goes to Marcotte, and he gets up to the 39, close to the 40. Number 2, Mike Smith, one of the defensive backs, making the stop. It's 3rd and 3 from the 39. Big third down play.
Third down, we'll see if they're a true option team like we think they are, they're going to probably stay with the option. If not, I look for a short, tight pass into the flat or maybe to the tight end right over the middle. Let's see what they come with.
Good call. Goes to Jeff Miller. They get the first down. Mike Smith, number 2 on the stop for Mendon. Here it is again.
Here we have, they had set up the play action and slipped the fullback into the flat. They sent the tight end across to draw the linebackers. They made a good call. The quarterback made an excellent read.
So third down conversions. Lake Linden is 1 for 1. 10:18 left to go first quarter. And they're in Mendon territory. Here's the pitch to Jeff Miller once again. He picks up about 4. Lake Linden's moving the ball well, and there is a size disadvantage on there.
Well, they are. They're seeming, they're a little smaller than Mendon. They're looking like they're trying to attack the outside with a quick toss there and try to break contain. 67 made a nice play of getting off the block.
Andrew Crouch, the quarterback. The give goes right up the middle. Jeff Miller on the carry, number 40. And he picks up a couple there. They'll call it 1. So it's another third down situation. 3rd and about 5 for Lake Linden.
Well, I think they'd be smart to go with that play action. Stay with it until they stop it. Let's see if they do.
Is it smart to come over on this side now?
Well, they have the field over here. They're going to bring it to the field. They're in that I-back formation. Same play the other way.
Crouch throws once again. This is Jeff Miller. You were right on the money, Chris. They went to Jeff Miller once again on that third down play.
An excellent call. A lot. The other play action to fake up the middle, and they're not having anybody cover the flat. Miller just outruns the coverage and it gets to the sidelines. It's an excellent call. The quarterback made a great read. Run it till they can't cover it anymore.
Randy Monroe in on the stop. So it's 1st and 10 for Lake Linden. They have the ball at the Mendon 26. This is the first series. The pitch goes to number 35. That's Rich Marcotte. And they got him for a loss. There it is again. Brady Moyer making the stop, number 55.
Say 29 came up. 29 came up and forced the cutback, and the pursuit from the defensive line. The linebackers got to him. It's an excellent play by 29 to get penetration.
Just saw John Schwartz, the Mendon head coach. Third year, 32-3 record. The give this time is number 40, Jeff Miller, right up the middle. And the Mendon defense is tightening up a little bit.
Well, they are. What they did there, they tried to fake the quick pitch outside and hit a quick trap up the middle, but the linebacker stayed at home and the defensive tackle fell off and they stuffed the play. Excellent play by the linebacker.
It's 3rd and 7. The ball at the 23. Crouch throws over to number 15, Josh Peters. Oh, he gets knocked out of bounds inside the 1. Big play there.
We have a sprint out action. Mendon is not covering the flat. They're giving him the flat pass all day. The quarterback is reading it, is dumping it to him. The guy turned upfield and made a heck of an effort to get the ball down to the 6-inch line.
Mike Smith just made the stop inside the pylon there. So it's 1st and goal inside the 1. Here we go. On Andrew Crouch, the quarterback. It's the keeper, and he's in for 6.
Excellent call. It looks like they overshifted their backs, maybe overshift the Mendon defense. The Mendon defense is overshifted. That's all the quarterback did a great job of seeing the open hole and getting in there. Get behind them big hogs, throw it in the big 185-pound hogs and pound it in there. Impressive drive. Very impressive.
We'll see if they go for 2 here. And it looks like they're going to do just that. Andrew Crouch is the quarterback. He throws over for Jeff Miller and gets the 2-point conversion.
Mark, that's the same play we've seen out in the field on both third downs. They have yet to cover the guy in the flat, the fullback in the flat.
And there he goes. Miller breaks 3. Throws it high, but Jeff Miller's outstretched hands pulled it in. And it's 8-0 Lake Linden over Mendon with 7:26 left to go in the first quarter in the Class Double D state championship game.
It was a great drive. They mixed the run and the pass superbly. They kept Mendon off balance, and they drove it right down the field. Excellent. They don't look nervous at all to me.
No.
I mean, what they did was they overshifted they were in a power I alignment, but they overshifted it to the left, thus causing the Mendon defense to overshift, creating a gap for the quarterback to sneak it through. Got behind his offensive guard and just punched it in.
Early in the first quarter, in the first series, Lake Linden just marched right down the field. Converted the 2, and we're at 8-0. So now Lake Linden, under coach Ron Warner, there you see Ron talking to his group. Ron's in his 20th year at Lake Linden Hubble. He has a 135-48-1 record. Lake Linden got to the finals by beating Bark River Harris 30-0. They shut out Wakefield 20-0 and beat McBain 22-12 in the MHSAA semifinals to reach the finals here. Mendon, on the other hand, under Coach Ron Schwartz, beat Athens 27-0, Schoolcraft 14-12, and then they stopped Sand Creek last week 14-8 to make it to the finals here today. Kicking off for Lake Linden will be number 60, Bruce DeSellier. And look how he sets the ball up.
They're going to squib kick it. They probably want to keep it away from the deep guys. Hopefully one of the up guys will field it. It allows them not to let the receiving team field it on the fly. Well, they did that.
This is number 37, Trent Allen, on the return.
There you have an awkward kick, and it's hard to handle. The guy does a good job, picks it up, gets upfield, and gets all he can. Good coverage.
So it's 1st and 10 for Mendon. In their first series on offense. Their quarterback is number 2, Mike Smith. Don Riley and Randy Monroe are in the backfield. The give is to Don Riley, and he picks up 2 or 3. Riley, a 5'9", 175-pound junior, has scored 9 touchdowns this year. Carried for 763 yards, averaging 5.9 a carry. There you see Mendon High School. They're known as the Hornets. Second and 7, the ball at the 43. This is Randy Monroe. Brought down by number 40, Jeff Miller.
Randy Monroe made an excellent cutback. He had good vision of where the hole was. The center comes off and blows the nose guard off the ball. Makes an excellent cutback, sees the hole, picks up about 8 yards.
So it's 3rd and a long one for Mendon. They have it at their own 49. The Class Double D state championship game. Randy Monroe gets the call again. Number 82, Jason Evans on the stop.
I think Mendon has a pretty good size advantage up front, and from the looks of the way it's starting now, they're going to try to pound the ball. There's a straight dive for the first down. Good block. I can't see quite who that is, but he got the guy off the line of scrimmage. He just punched it in there for the first down.
5:35 left to go in the first quarter. Lake Linden on their first possession took it right down the field and scored on a one-yard dive by Andrew Crouch. Flag on the play on the near side. Legal procedure against Mendon. That'll be a 5-yard walk-off. And it'll be 1st and 15 for the Hornets. So they're back in their own territory at the 46. Both schools brought along a lot of their fans here this afternoon at the Pontiac Silverdome. There's Mike Smith, the quarterback. Looking for someone. The pass was intended.
What they want to do in that play, Mark, they had a rollout, and they want to send a guy deep to the flag and a guy to the flat. He had number 24 open in the flat, but he didn't quite see him quick enough. He was wide open. What they want to do is flood the zone and create outnumber the defensive backs on that side.
The pass was intended for Bill Matthews, incomplete, so brings up a 2nd and 15 situation.
Look for a draw or screen right here. It's good down to run a draw or screen.
Quick pass over the middle. It's complete to number 88, Greg Cup. First down for Mendon.
Excellent call. He ran a play action to hold the middle linebacker. The middle linebacker thought it was a run. He filled, hit the tight end right down the seam where the linebacker's supposed to be covering. Excellent call.
This is a pretty wide open game for the first quarter.
It is. And see, Mendon's got them on the ropes a little bit because they established the run, and now they're hitting them with the play action. Anytime you can do that, you got the defense setting on their heels.
Smith goes back to pass once again. Just overthrown for Bill Matthews, number 24.
That was the same play we've seen 2 plays earlier. He's rolling out. He's got double protection by his backs. This time he picks up the receiver a little bit quicker. He's open. It's a good pass right in the hands. He's got to make that catch.
So it's 2nd and 10 for the Mendon Hornets. You see the pep band.
Linden's playing a 3-deep zone now, and they're vulnerable to the outcuts. They're going away from the support, and they're vulnerable to the short outcuts.
They send 2 men out wide to the right. The give is to Don Riley. 77 Don Bartel on the stop for Lake Linden. Picks up about 3 or 4. So it'll be 3rd and 6. There you see the Mendon Hornets. And their quarterback, number 2, Mike Smith, 5'10", 158-pound junior. Smith also plays defensive back. The give is to Randy Monroe, goes right up the middle. Jeff Miller on the stop, number 40.
Again, Mark, you can see how the size advantage is definitely benefiting Mendon. They're coming off the ball and knocking the Linden guys back 3 or 4 yards and just giving a straight handoff. It's hard to stop. To counter that, Linden might want to try to do some slanting and angling with their people. Slant their defensive line and get them shooting through the gaps. Use their quickness more than sitting up there and trying to handle these guys one-on-one.
Now, Mendon is a little bigger than Lake Linden.
Right.
Do you think that's having an effect in
Yeah,
as well?
that's what I'm saying. I think that Linden should get their defensive line and linebackers to start shooting gaps. They can't handle them one-on-one. They got to get in gaps and go after them. More of a penetrating type defense than a read defense.
1st and 10 from the 25. Smith takes it himself. Picks up about 2, perhaps 3. Number 77, Don Bartel on the stop, along with number 64, John Locust.
Well, here they come with the option again, and Bartel does a good job of getting off the block and coming from the inside and making the play.
There you see some of the crowd here at the Pontiac Silverdome. Second and 7. Ball's at the 22. Smith throws quickly to Terry Baker, number 18. And he's down to the 17-yard line. So it'll be 3rd and 2.
What we have there is we like to call that a seam hitch route. And what it does is force the corner out there to make a decision whether to take the short guy or the deep guy. The quarterback makes the read off the corner's decision. I'll tell you, I'm impressed with this quarterback. He's making some good reads on the option and on the passes.
3rd and 2 for Mendon. Smith fakes, then puts it up deep. Just out of the reach of Terry Baker, number 18.
Now what they tried to do there, Mark, is they tried to hit him with a hitch and go. They just ran this play right before this. They tried to set him up with the hitch and go, but the defensive back, I can't quite see who that is, makes an excellent play, and the safety comes over and supports it really well.
So it's 4th down and 2. And they're going for it. You talk about a gamble.
Look for them to pound it up the middle. They've had success.
Good call. It goes to number 45, Don Riley. And they get the first down inside the Lake Linden 10-yard line.
Block down. Kick out, good block by the fullback to kick him out. He has a hole. So I'll tell you, Mark, Linden's going to be in for a long day. They got to start maybe gambling a little bit, doing some blitzing, bringing their outside backers in. They got to do something to stop the run, or they're going to be on their heels all day.
First and goal for Mendon inside the Lake Linden 10-yard line.
There you go. There's what I'm talking about right there.
John Riley gets hit immediately. Number 62, Pat Lampa on the stop.
There you go. See, Pat didn't sit back and wait. He penetrated and got through and made a nice play. That's what they have to do. They can't sit back on their heels. They're not big enough to play these guys like that.
Yeah, they lost a yard on the play. Second and a long 10. This is Don Riley again. In on the stop, number 13, Andrew Crouch, the quarterback.
Andrew made a nice play at the corner. He beat the offensive guard's block. Andrew had support on there. He beat the offensive guard's block. The back cut it in. He was right there. It was a beautiful play. That's how we like our corners to play. Excellent support of the run.
Yeah, they picked up 2 on the play. So it's third down. Mendon with the ball on the 8. Smith on the option once again throws it away. It's loose on the field, and it's taken by Lake Linden. This is number 35, Rich Marcotte, and he's going all the way.
Wow.
What a turn of events.
Wow. Michael makes a bad decision here. Excellent pursuit. That's how you play the option. You got to pursue to the football. Guys are flying around. Open ball. Guy makes a nice play by not falling on it, picking it up and scooping it in, taking it all the way.
And there he goes, Rich Marcotte, number 35, a running back, so he's got good speed, 5'10", 170 pounds, gained 890 yards on offense this year for Lake Linden.
It's great awareness by Rich to scooping on the run instead of falling on it. Excellent play.
And Lake Linden will go for the 2 once again. They're up 14-0 right now.
In the run and shoot. Or a silver stretch, whatever you want to call it.
The flag is Crouch's pass was knocked down. We'll see if they get another shot at it. Well, it was against Lake Linden, so I'm sure it'll be declined. So there's the penalty declined against Lake Linden, but that's okay. They have a 14-0 lead at the end of the first quarter as time runs out.
One factor we might look at is that I imagine Linden's defense is a little bit tired right now. They were out there a long time on that field.
A 79-yard return by Rich Marcotte, and that's a state finals record.
That's an excellent play, and I'll tell you what, usually in the big games, turnovers are the key to winning or losing. For example, Thursday in our game, we had 6 turnovers, and that definitely was the key to beating the Bears on Thanksgiving.
So Rich Marcotte's 79-yard fumble recovery return gives Lake Linden a 14-0 lead.
It's got to be a great thrill for that young man, but he's got to clear himself and get ready to go again. He doesn't have a lot of time to rest.
Because Mendon was moving very well.
Oh, they're establishing the run and the pass, and anytime you can do that, you got a defense sitting on its heels. And you got to remember too, a lot of these guys are going both ways, and I imagine they're used to it. But you know, sometimes in a state championship game like this, the nerves are flying, and you got to be careful. You got to keep yourself in control and stay relaxed out there.
Now, you don't have to play both ways anymore. What's it like? I mean, you've played both ways in high school, I'm sure.
Well, it's tough, but you know, it's like anything else. You get used to it. But you have to understand that when you're in a state championship game, everything is is doubled. Your adrenaline's doubled, your excitement's doubled, so you have to guard against becoming overly excited. I'm sure these guys are in great shape, and they've been doing it all year. But you got those big hogs over there from Mendon pounding on you. I'm sure they like, Linden would like to get the ball back and try to give their defense a little bit of a rest.
There you see the Lake Linden fans. And I would bet most of the town is here at the Pontiac Silverdome.
That's great to see. That's the way it should be. To have the support of the city and the parents and the friends. That's what it's all about.
Things a little quiet there on the Mendon side.
Well, yeah, they're not looking too happy right now, but you know, I'm sure they're gonna put some points on the board. They show the ability to score just by that first drive right there.
Lake Linden, of course, in the Upper Peninsula. Mendon in the western part of the Lower Peninsula. We're talking about Bruce DeSallier, number 60, the kicker for Lake Linden.
Psycho. I seen Psycho on it. I thought somebody was calling me.
We've just finished the first quarter. In fact, that was the last play of the first quarter. And what a play it was. A 79-yard fumble recovery return by Rich Marcotte. Rich, a 5'10", 170-pound junior. And once again, they're going to squib it.
Used to call that a watermelon kick. I don't know if they call that anymore. I'm getting
Looks
old.
Like that, yeah. Rich DeSallier, number 60, is the kicker. But John Locust is going to kick this time. Number 64. Taken by number 37, Trent Allen. And he gets up to the 37 before he's brought down. And that's where Mendon will take over.
There again, with that squib kick, oftentimes it's hard to handle, and you can't really set up a return. You just want to turn upfield and get all you can get on that.
Quarterback's Mike Smith engineered a nice drive that got inside the Lake Linden 9, but as he's getting pulled down from behind, he threw the ball, tried to dump it off, and it bounced around, picked up by Rich Marcotte. Here we go. That's Don Riley, number 45. He picks up about 4 on it, so it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 41.
Look for Mendon to come out and start pounding the ball. I think they're going to try to stick with the running game and be a little bit more patient with it.
14-0, Lake Linden leads. Just started the second quarter. Smith gives to number 45, Riley again. He gets close to the first down. He's within about 1.5 yards, gets up to the 45. Here it is again.
Thomas Barco made a nice play of playing off the block and falling back inside to stop that fullback plunge. It looks like, to me, Linden's putting 8 guys up on the line of scrimmage. I think they think they're going to try to get the ball pounded on them, too. They got everybody up there.
Riley gets the call a 3rd straight time, and he gets the first down into Lake Linden territory as he was pulled down at the 45. 1st and 10 for Mendon.
All right, Marco, we call that play a power O. They're doing is they're blocking everybody from the tight end on down, blocking everybody down and kicking out the outside backer with the fullback. The fullback made an excellent block, and the guy read the block and broke it outside. Good play.
Number 2, Mike Smith, the quarterback, gives to Riley again. It's the 4th straight carry for Riley, and he picks up about 6 or 7.
Same play the other side. Mendon's coach seems calling plays a little bit like Mike Ticka. If there's something that works, he sticks with it till you stop it. Although I got to say this, nothing worked too much for Chicago on Thursday. I hope you're listening, Dicka.
2nd and 4 for Mendon. They trail 14-0 here in the second quarter. Nice give this time to Randy Monroe. He gets another first down, picks up about 15 on the play before he's brought down by number 40, Jeff Miller.
All right, this time they faked the pitch and handed it to the fullback on the off-tackle play. Nice spin move there. Doesn't allow the defensive player to get a clean shot on him. A little bit like Barry there.
Gets a nice second effort.
Excellent.
There you see Ron Schwartz, the Mendon coach. First and 10 for Mendon. The ball at the Lake Linden 25. This is number 45, Don Riley again. And he picks up another 5-6 yards. Inside the Lake Linden 20 now.
It was the same play we talked about. Linden had a pinch on him, and the strong safety should have been there for support. He got tangled up a little bit, tripped, and Riley beat him outside the support and gained a nice gain of about 5 yards.
2nd and 3 from the 19. Monroe gets close to the first down around the 15-yard line.
It was that fake pitch handoff to the fullback again where Monroe gave 15 yards 2 plays ago.
Number 77, Don Bartel, and number 55, Jim Koskela on the stop. They do get the first down, so they're at the Lake Linden 15. Timeout now called by Lake Linden.
Linden defenders look a little tired, Mark. They've been out there a long time, and they're pounding the ball on them. I know that feeling. I've been in that position before, and you're hoping the other team calls a timeout.
That's got to be tough when you're out there playing both ways and just have the ball pounded on you.
It is.
You've got to be wiped by this time.
It is, and the way they're doing it too, they're not getting big gains at a time. They're getting 5 or 6 yards at a time, and they're getting second down. They have 2nd and 3 or 2nd and 4, and they're in command of pretty much what they want to do. You know, they can hit them with the play action on that kind of down. They can hit them with a draw or a screen. Linden's is playing on their heels right now. They got to do something defensively a little bit different. They got to start taking chances, maybe blitzing or maybe shooting some gaps or something. They just can't sit back there and play 2-gap. Hopefully, we'll see what they do. They got to make some kind of adjustment, though.
Now, the last time you said that was the play that Smith fumbled on, and Marcotte took it all the way down.
There you go.
8 minutes and 18 seconds left to go in the second quarter. Lake Linden with a 14-0 lead. As there you see Lake Linden and their coach, Ron Warner. As we mentioned, Lake Linden beat Bark, River Harris, Wakefield, and McBain to get to this Class Double D state championship game. Mendon, on the other hand, beat Athens, Schoolcraft, and Sand Creek. 204 students at Mendon High School, 202 at Lake Linden. Lake Linden won their conference with a 3-0 record. They play in the Great Western Conference in the Upper Peninsula, while Mendon plays in the St. Joseph Valley League. And they finished in second with a 6-1 record in their conference. Here's Smith, the quarterback, on the give. This is number 42, Randy Monroe, and he gets inside the 10. Picks up about 8.
Basic off-tackle play. Tell you, Linden guys are playing hard. They're running the football, but right now they got to stop them at the point. They're not stopping at the point of attack.
Coming into this game, Monroe was averaging 8.8 yards a carry. Go right up the middle this time. Number 45, Don Riley with the carry.
I tell you, Riley and Monroe give them the excellent 1-2 punch out of that backfield. You can't really, the Linden defense can't really key on one guy because it seems like both guys have the potential to break it at any time.
And they get the first down, so it's 1st and goal for Mendon inside the Lake Linden 5-yard line. 14-0, Lake Linden with the lead. Mendon knocking on the door. Smith pitches to Riley.
Great play. Great play.
Number 70, Tom Barkle, in on the stop.
Danielle Barker made an excellent play of coming up and taking out two of the blockers and tripping up the ball carrier. He took out the guard who was pulling around and the fullback who was leading the play. Excellent play. That's how you like to see your defensive backs come up for support.
They lose 5. Now it's 2nd and goal from the 10. Smith is the carrier.
Great block.
And he's in.
Great block to get him in there. I don't know if you've seen that. The guy cracked back. The defender cleared the way for him.
Mike Smith on the carry for the touchdown.
Fake the pass. Here he comes. The block should be coming up right about here. Right there.
Oh,
excellent. Took 2 players out. Made an excellent cut to get in the end zone. Great awareness by Mike Smith. Excellent blocking downfield by the Mendon receiver. Excellent.
And Mendon going to go for the 2-point conversion.
Bootleg.
Smith rolls right, takes it himself. He's in. He gets the 2-point conversion, and Mendon is back in it.
Mark, that's a play you'll see in the NFL a lot. It's a play-action bootleg pass. The quarterback has the option to run or pass. He has 3 guys open receiver, but he decides to take it the safe way and take it in himself. Excellent play. Good read. I'll tell you, I'm impressed with Mike Smith, the way he's reading those defenses.
6:31 left to go in the first half. And it's 14-8, Lake Linden. But now the Mendon side has a reason to stand and cheer. In the first quarter, there it is again.
They tried to hit the tight end up the middle again, but I think he was covered. Great read by pulling the ball down. Sees the opening. An excellent block right here. I can't get the number. I think it's 24.
It might have been Bill Matthews, number 24.
Yeah, I think it was Bill Matthews, 24, made an excellent block. And your receivers, it's so important for them to block downfield. You know, oftentimes some of the guys in the NFL, receivers, they often forget that they have to block. They just think they're catching touchdown passes and doing crazy dances. But they got to make those blocks downfield. And they cut off 3 guys from pursuit. Great play. I get fired up on the winning ugly plays. I wasn't looking at the quarterback that much. I was looking at that block.
But that one block by Matthews was a classic. That may be a game.
It is. That sets the tempo too. Those guys will be looking for him now. Don't think they won't. If you get hit like that, you're oftentimes checking out every side of your face mask. You may be looking out your ear hole once in a while.
And they have him listed as a tight end.
Well, whoever he was, whatever position he is, I like that. I'm over here. I'm sweating. I'm ready to get down on that field now. Wow.
Mendon coming out onto the field. You can hear the cheer from the Mendon crowd. Lake Linden coming out for the kickoff now. Number 22, Chad Spence, will kick it off.
I think it's the first time we've seen a T.
That's what I was just about to say. 6:31 left to go in the first half. Lake Linden jumping out to a quick 14-0 lead. But now Mendon has come back here in the second quarter. Scored and got the 2-point conversion, making it 14-8. Kick goes out of bounds. So
I think you better go back to the watermelon kick.
Yeah. They had a little better luck there, but it looked like he was aiming for the corner too. And I don't know why you would do that on a kickoff, because your odds of it just letting it go and going outside.
Well, a lot of times people will corner kick because you can outnumber the return team on the flank. You can outnumber those guys over there, and they might have their coverage set up that way. That's we do that a lot with Eddie Murray. We never kick it in the middle, as a matter of fact. We always kick it in the corners. It makes it hard for the team to set up their return.
So Spence will kick it again, this time from his own 35.
There's a squib.
Bounces it right up the middle. Picked up by Peters, flips it back to Crouch. He comes right up
Fumble.
the middle and gets to
Fumble.
the 38. And let's see who gets it. Mendon gets it back. A big turnover.
Well, that's a tough break. Not only for Linden, but for their defense. They just got off the field on a long drive.
Number 59, Nathan Bombries on the fumble recovery.
Right there, the ball stripped by 77. Excellent play, good tackle. Got his hands across the ball. And there's turnovers again, Mark. We talked about that earlier in the game.
So Mendon gets it back immediately. First and 10 on the Lake Linden 37. Big turnover.
Oh, good hit.
Give is to Don Riley, and he's popped immediately by number 40, Jeff Miller.
Two linebackers, my guys. Outside linebacker and the inside linebacker. Jeff Miller and John Lucas come up and do good fill. Puts that helmet right into the side there. Excellent. You see how the running back face the other way? That's when you know you got a good hit. You want to get his head going the other way. Good play. Good job from both guys.
Picks up one, 2nd and 9. Ball at the 36. This is Monroe, number 42. And he gets about 4. That'll bring up a 3rd and 5 situation.
Linden right there was stunning their nose guard. They slanted him, and they're starting to hit the gaps a little bit more. I think they realize they can't play a 2 gap on these people, and they're going to do a little bit more slant and angling on these guys. They have to.
3rd and 5 from the 32.
See what I'd go here? I'd go with the play action again. I'd look for that pass to the tight end or maybe an option.
Mike Smith, the quarterback. The give is to Don Riley. Good defensive work there by number 20, Dan Barkell.
The nose guard, 55. Brady Moyer made a good job getting penetration. Miller has good support. Number 20, I tell you, number 20 is a tough little guy up there. He's coming up for support and taking that big old running back on and knocking him out of bounds. 4th down.
He's only 5'5", 130.
Well, I'll take that guy anytime.
Big 4th down play here. Mendon calls timeout.
I think he read blitz there. He really did. They had 8 guys up, and they were on their toes. And the quarterback sees them linebackers on their toes. He's thinking about getting that ball up. He's going to get a face full.
So it's 4th down. We have not had a punt in this game.
That's the way I like it.
So now both teams come out to get some instructions from their coaches.
I tell you, I think the coaching staff from Linden looks like to me like they made some adjustments defensively. They're starting to hit the gaps a little bit more. They're worried about penetrating instead of sitting back and reading everything, and that's how you got to play this team. And they got to run to the football. They got to pursue. The last 3 plays, they've done that superbly.
4:34 left to go in the first half. And there's the score right there. Lake Linden scoring 14 points in the first quarter on a 1-yard run by Andrew Crouch. Made it 6-0. They got the 2-point conversion. Then the 79-yard fumble recovery to end the first quarter by Rich Marcotte. 79 yards, setting his state finals record for a touchdown. And so then Mendon came right back. Mike Smith, the 10-yard run, making it 14-8. Then Mendon on the kickoff recovered the fumble, and here we are. Mendon has it 4th down at the Lake Linden 31.
This is a key play for the Linden football team. They need to stop him here. They need to get the momentum back. It'd be a great swing of momentum for Linden if they can stop him on 4th down. That's always a confidence builder.
Mike Smith is the quarterback, number 2. He's going to take it himself. He has the first down and more. Close to the 20-yard line, a flag on the play.
Uh-oh. Could be holding. Usually that's the area of holdings where holding's called. He's got sprint out action. He's looking for the guy in the flat. But I think Michael likes to run the ball. He sees it
There's
himself.
a hold right there. I thought I saw a hold right there.
Break cutback. That's a big break for Linden, though. Big break.
Oh. That'll take it back, march it back to the 41.
Anytime that referee throws a flag, it usually indicates holding.
4th down and 14.
I love it. They're not punting the ball. Go for it. It's a state finals. You got to go for it. Play to win.
Now they take their second time out.
I think they were a little confused on who was on the field. See if they make any substitutions.
Well, they might punt it at this point. Lake Linden has a good offense as well.
Well, I tell you what, I would punt it and try. Me personally, I would punt it and try to pin him down there. Maybe they got each team oftentimes has a trick play for this situation. Mark, they might try a reverse, a screen, a draw, or anything. If they have a trick play, now would be the time to use it. But I'm sure Linden's coaches are down there saying, "Watch the trick play."
Yeah, they're looking over to the bench. Now he's counting players to make sure everybody's out there.
There's 4:25 left in the half, and Linden's offense has only been on for one series. Time of possession is a big thing here, and I'm sure it's taking a toll on some of them defenders. They have to play offense too. That's tough.
Mendon in the first quarter had the ball 7:26 to Lake Linden's 4:34, even though Lake Linden scored 14 points. And Mendon has controlled the ball here in the second quarter. Taking a look at some of the stats in the first quarter. Riley carried the ball 5 times for 16 yards. Monroe 3 times for 15. While on the Lake Linden side, Miller carried the ball 4 times for 9 yards. Marcotte twice for 4 yards. Smith 2 of 5 in the first quarter. Crouch 3 of 3 for 53 yards.
Here we go. 4th down. And punt it.
And they are going to punt.
Look for Linden to line up in a punt-safe formation just to guard against any type of fake.
Randy Monroe back to punt. Number 42. Nice kick. Takes a Mendon bounce inside the 5. No, they couldn't get it in time. Touchback, so it comes out to the 20. Nice kick, though.
It was a good spiral. The number 13 for Linden almost made a crucial error in letting that ball bounce. Anytime that ball is outside the 10-yard line, you want to try to fair catch it. Usually, if it hits inside the 10-yard line, you let it go. But as a rule, if it's outside the 10, you want to try to fair catch it because your chances of downing it inside the 10 are a lot greater. But they got a break.
This first Lake Linden play, the Lake Linden offensive play came with 4:34 left in the first quarter. Over a full quarter ago.
That's it.
Now they're back on offense again.
They're showing a little bit of different offensive look now. They're lining up in a wishbone, and a lot of undersized teams like the Air Force Academy take advantage of that wishbone because they have speed and quickness, and sometimes it's an advantage over the bigger, slower type teams. I'm not saying that Mendon's slow, but we'll see what happens.
Jeff Miller with the last carry picks up 4, so it'll be 2nd and 6 from the 24. 14-8, Lake Linden leads, 3:43 left to go in the first half. Immediate penalty, probably a procedure call. And it's against Mendon. Offside.
Lined up in the neutral zone.
So it'll be 2nd and 1, long one.
Throw away down, Mark. Go for a bomb here. Do a little bit of anything.
There he is. It says on the back, Psycho D, right there.
That's my
15. Andrew Crouch.
All right, a quarterback with the Psycho D. You gotta like that type of mentality.
Well, he's also a defensive back.
There you go. That's where it comes from. Quarterback sneak.
Andrew Crouch is the quarterback. Pitches too far for number 35, Rich Marcotte. And he had to pick it up quickly to save a turnover.
That's the same formation they lined up in on the touchdown. They tried the quick pitch to try to outflank the Mendon defenders, but the 35 took his eyes off the ball a little bit, and 42 Monroe made a nice play getting out there from his outside linebacker position.
There you see Rich Marcotte. He also returned it a state record 79 yards on the fumble recovery for a Lake Linden touchdown, making it 14-0 for Lake Linden. At that point, it's now 14-8. Crouch goes to Miller. Gets the first down up to the 41. Penalty.
Face mask.
So they may get more than that.
Mark, that's the third or fourth time that they hit Miller in the flat like that, and you figure that one of these times they're going to think it's coming. There he goes right now. Looks like Monroe has him man-to-man, but he's got his eyes in the backfield. That's a crucial mistake. When you're playing man-to-man defense, you never put your eyes in the backfield. You put your eyes on your man, and that's it.
A big walk-off puts it at the Mendon 45, where Lake Linden has it first down. Big penalty there on that pass.
It is. And penalties will kill you, especially ones like that.
Crouch gives to Marcotte. Number 57, Ron Friel, in on the stop. Pickup of 2. 2nd and 8. Rich Marcotte, 5'10", 170-pound junior, scored 13 touchdowns to lead Lake Linden this year. 890 yards rushing, averaging 6.5 a carry. Crouch goes to the air. He hits number 15. This is Josh Peters. And number 22 on the stop for Mendon, Chad Spence.
We have play-action pass. You're sending a guy to the flag, and you're sending a guy to the flat. Makes a good read. Almost intercepted. Nice break on the ball. He's got to make sure he can get that one, or he's going to turn up and get good yardage.
So it's a first down for Lake Linden on the Mendon 28.
Mendon's playing a lot of 3-deep coverage, and they're getting hurt on them outcuts.
Crouch to the air again. Had the ball tipped away. I think it was tipped by number 29, Brian Brown.
Nice play by Brian Brown, getting his hands up. Good timing. Gets cut there by Miller. You sacrifice your body when you go up in the air like that. Nice play.
So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Lake Linden now, with just a minute 18 left to go in the second quarter. Lake Linden against Mendon in the Class D state championship game here at the Pontiac Silverdome.
Counter.
Crouch on the counter, gives to, looks like Marcotte, number 35.
Daniel Belkel. Daniel turned it up a little bit too soon. If he would have stayed out, he had his center and his guard leading away for him. Just turned it up just a little bit too soon.
So it's 3rd and 7 from the 25. Crouch going to take it himself. He's close to the first down. He may have it inside the Mendon 20.
Mendon's having a little difficulty with contain. There they blocked down. They have the fullback lead, and I think it's a run all the way. Here we have quarterback on quarterback. Nice run to get to the sticks.
Plus he stops the clock with 40 seconds to go.
Very heads-up play. Get out of bounds.
Crouch gets the first down. The ball is marked at the 18-yard line.
See how well they manage the clock. I think they have all their timeouts left.
Well, they have 2 left.
2 left.
Crouch to the air. Throws it just short.
Got a flag on the umpire, threw the flag.
Intended for number 87, Jeff Jakovich. This is going to be against Lake Linden.
Oh, that hurts.
Oh, holding call. So that'll bring it back to the 28. Where it'll be 1st and 20, but there are only 35 seconds left in the half.
It'd be a crucial penalty. Sometimes those holding calls indicate fatigue by the lineman.
There you see the time remaining in the first half. The Mendon Hornets against the Lake Linden Lakes. Lake Linden in their blue uniforms. Crouch back to pass again. Goes deep for Jakovich. Number 24, Bill Matthews on the coverage.
It's good coverage by Bill Matthews. He's back to pass here. He pumps the outcut. We call it an out and up. He goes deep, but Bill Matthews didn't bite on the pump and made a nice play. Look how he looks and leans. Can't call interference on that. No, he's got it right. He's got much right to the ball as the offensive player. Excellent defensive play.
There you see Jakovich right there, the intended receiver. 6'1", 155-pound junior. 27 seconds left in the half. It's 2nd and 20 for Lake Linden. Crouch to the air again. Oh, what a play! They got a Rich Marcotte, and he goes out of bounds inside the 15 at the 14 with 20 seconds to go.
Shades of Miami Dolphins and San Diego Chargers about 8 years ago. Excellent execution. Hits a hitch route. Here comes Marcotte on the toss. Good awareness by 37 of Mendon to keep running to the football. Excellent play by the linebacker, too.
Trent Allen, number 37, knocked him out of bounds.
There's our trick play we were talking
That's
about.
Right.
Wrong team, though. Got a cluster trips formation out there.
3rd and 6. Crouch throws an interception. This is Trent Allen, number 37. And he gets out to the 34. Another crucial turnover.
I tell you, turnovers are the key in any game. Nice. Ball was tipped. What they tried to do was pick with the 2 inside receivers for the outside receiver to come in and hit him on a quick slant. Allen made a nice read on the play. I think the ball was deflected and big turnover.
Crouch, the quarterback, made the stop. They started the clock, and now there are 3 seconds left.
I tell you, that's a heartbreaker for Linden.
There should be 12 seconds left. The clock started when they marked the ball, and Mendon had to call a timeout, but I don't know why they would have to use it.
Not on the change of possession. I think the clock stops.
But there were 12 seconds left on the change. So, but they don't seem to be questioning it.
I'll tell you what, you know, it's going to be interesting to see how Lake Linden reacts to that. You know, that can be heartbreaking when you're taking it in, and it can be a momentum changer.
Well, 3 seconds left in the first half. Lake Linden with a 14-8 lead over Mendon, and Mendon with a nice interception by Trent Allen, number 37, has it 1st and 10 at their own 33. So I guess this is Hail Mary time, eh, Chris?
Either that or you don't want to risk. It looks to me like they're setting up in what we call a victory formation, where the quarterback will just snap and take a knee. They got Riley Monroe back there just in case he fumbles and somebody picks it up. Shades of Joe Pisarcek in the New York Giants against the Philadelphia Eagles when Wes Hopkins picked it up and took it in at the end of the game.
Now, how do you remember those games?
I'm a big sports fan, Mark.
I guess so, Chris.
especially football.
3 seconds
We're gonna
left.
take a knee.
Mike Smith goes down on one knee, and the first half comes to an end.
Excellent half of football.
And Lake Linden leading 14-8 on a 1-yard run by Andrew Crouch, making it 6-0 in the first quarter. And the last play of the first quarter, a 79-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown by Rich Marcotte of Lake Linden, making it 14-0 at that point. That also set a state record, that 79-yard fumble recovery return. And Mike Smith on a 10-yard run in the second quarter, making it 14-8, getting Mendon on the board, completing the 2-point conversion. And that's where we are at halftime. Once again, the score, Lake Linden 14, Mendon 8.
With pride, present the 1991 Mendon Marching Band under the direction of William Crouch and under the field direction of Miss Tanya Applegate. We open our show with the song Shenandoah. And now, listen to She Drives Me Crazy. is a new song played by the band, The Phantom of the Opera. Listen now to the Spanish collection, Spania. Stand up and clap for your hands and sing the Mendon fight song. job, man. Thank you.
Mark Andrews, along with Detroit Lions linebacker Chris Spielman here from the Pontiac Silverdome. Just about set to start the third quarter, where Lake Linden has a 14-8 lead over Mendon. Taking a look at some quick first half stats, Mendon had 88 yards rushing to Lake Linden's 23. Passing, Mendon 2 of 5 for 23 yards. Lake Linden 6 of 9 for 101 yards. Total net yards for Lake Linden, 124, for Mendon, 111. Time of possession, Chris, 15:09 for Mendon, 8:51 for Lake Linden, even though Lake Linden has a 14-8 lead.
Well, that just shows to show you how Mendon's controlling the football on the ground. But I tell you, Lake Linden's hanging in there. They're getting the big turnovers, making the big plays when they have to make. I tell you, the key always, a lot of times, the key to the whole game is the first series of the second half. So we'll come out here and see who gets off first.
Well, Lake Linden will kick off. They're in the blue uniforms with the gold helmets. Mendon in the white uniforms with the green helmets. A 1-yard run by Andrew Crouch up the middle in the first quarter gave Lake Linden a 6-0 lead. Rich Marcotte a 79-yard fumble recovery for a touchdown. And then Mendon got on the board in the second quarter. Michael Smith, the quarterback, a 10-yard run. And we're underway with the kickoff, taken by number 24, Bill Matthews. And he's brought down by number 75. That's Michael Poisson.
They were able to field the split kick cleanly that time and get it up to the 47-yard line. It's a great field position to start the second half with.
1st and 10 for Mendon from their own 47. Not bad field position. There you see John Schwartz, the Mendon coach.
Mendon's got 8 guys up on the line of scrimmage. Look where their safety's playing.
The give is to Don Riley, number 45. And he gets a yard or so. Number 81, Shane Kentola, in on the stop. Gain of 1, 2nd and 9. There you see Mike Smith, the quarterback. And the give once again is to Riley. 5'9", 175-pound junior.
Simple isolation play. They're coming out, trying to blow them off the football. They got 8 people up on the line of scrimmage. You know, that's what they have to do to stop the run. They got them 3rd and 4.
A pickup of 3, or 4 rather. So it's 3rd and 4 from the 47. And Riley gets the call a 3rd straight time.
Same play, opposite directions as last time. Looks like Mendon has made up their mind to come out and run the football. John Lucas from his linebacker position comes over and makes a nice play.
Rich Marcotte makes the stop, number 35. 1st down for Mendon. Ball at the 42. Just underway here in the 3rd quarter. Lake Linden leading at 14-8. This is the first series. Number 42 is Randy Monroe. And he picks up about 5.
Mendon has changed their offensive set a little bit. They're coming out in 2 tights with a power I formation. That indicates to me they're just going to run the football. You got the Lake Linden up there. They're playing their defensive backs 5 yards off the ball. Don't be surprised they set them up with the play action right here.
Mike Smith is the quarterback. 3 backs now. And the give is to Riley once again. He's got some running room.
Nice block.
He's gone.
Got in the hard way.
Number 29, Brian Brown. gave Riley the block he needed to send him on his way.
Got an isolation off tackle play. The fullback kicks out the outside backfield. Excellent cut. Rich Marcotte makes the mistake of not wrapping up. And Brian Brown on a great block. Riley just takes it in from there. Somehow he's getting in there. There he
look
goes.
out. And we're tied at 14. Mendon can take the lead on the conversion. And number 42, Randy Monroe, on to attempt the extra point. Smith is the holder. Flag on the play. The kick was good, but once again the flag, so we'll see who it was on. And it looks like it was against Lake Linden. Offside. So they'll get to put it up again. The whistle went before the kick.
See if this changes their mind. Decides to maybe go for two.
Yeah, they throw the tee off to the sideline. So they're going to go to two and for two. And a 2-point lead. 14-14 is our score.
A lot of teams like the rollout action here with their quarterback. That's how they got the touchdown, the first touchdown.
And nope.
Great job by Linden defense.
Don Riley was the ball carrier, number 45, and he did not get in.
We have to think Linden was expecting that play. That's how Mendon scored a touchdown on off tackle. Great job by the defense to stop from getting in.
Patrick Lampa on the stop. So we're tied at 14, and Lake Linden will get the ball back. But Mendon was serious. They were coming out immediately.
I think their coaches in their locker room said, hey, we can run the football and these guys control the clock. That's exactly what they did. They established a line of scrimmage and took the ball right down the field. Look for them to do that the rest of the game. So they stop it.
So Riley's touchdown is first of the afternoon. And there you see John Schwartz. Mendon coming into this game with a 10-1 record. Mendon, of course, plays in the St. Joseph Valley League. And while they were 6-1 in second place in that league, they turned it up a notch in the playoffs. And here they are playing for the state championship. And they're deadlocked with Lake Linden at 14. Lake Linden, on the other hand, coached by Ron Werner, went 12-0 this year. They finished in first place in the Great Western Conference in the Upper Peninsula with a 3-0 record. Here it is again.
It's an off-tackle play with the fullback lead and kick out the outside backer. Excellent cut, good vision of the field. Marcotte does not wrap up. Barkell doesn't wrap up. Great finishing block by 29 and takes it in.
39-yard run by Don Riley. He trips up a little bit there.
That's all right, he's in.
There you see some of the Mendon fans here today in their green and white. 9:26 left to go in the third quarter. There he is, Mendon's number one. Lake Linden came out and scored 14 points in the first quarter. They were shut out in the second, where Lake Linden scored 8 in the first quarter on the 10-yard run by quarterback Mike Smith. 2-point conversion, made it 14-8. And now Don Riley's 39-yard run ties it up at 14 here at the Pontiac Silverdome.
Excited to see Lake Linden's offense here, Mark. We haven't seen them in a while.
Now they're going to kick off and use the tee once again. This is Chad Spence, number 22, puts it right up the middle. High bounce, taken by number 15, Josh Peters. Peters gets to the 35 to the 39, where they'll take over. Lake Linden will, 1st and 10.
Donnie Riley, the guy who scored a touchdown, makes a nice play on the tackle for the kickoff. He's a valuable guy in their team, playing special teams, running the ball in. Excellent play.
Lake Linden has quarterback Andrew Crouch. In the backfield, it's Marcotte and Miller. The pitch goes to number 35, Marcotte. And he gets tied up by number 27, Steve Butler. Butler is 6 foot, 176 pound senior linebacker.
Steve Butler did a nice play flowing from inside out to make a play. Way to turn him back. Good hit.
Picks up about 1.5 yards. Second down. The ball at the Lake Linden 40.
Miller in the flat.
Crouch goes to the air to Miller. Wide open again. Gets the first down.
Mendon's having trouble with the play action pass. That's about the 5th or 6th time they hit Miller in the flat. Play action, there he is.
And he's inside the 45 to the 42.
They have yet to stop that pass.
Terry Baker pushed him out of bounds, number 18. So it's 1st and 10 from the Mendon 41. The pitch goes to Marcotte. And he gets stacked up right around the line of scrimmage. Number 57, Ron Friel on the stop. Helped out by number 37, Trent Allen. So it'll be 2nd and 10 for Lake Linden. Yeah, Jeff Miller, number 40, has been all alone in the flat all day.
They should keep going. They're in the wishbone now.
Play action again. Too far for number 35, Rich Marcotte.
It's the same play out of a different formation. They tried to get the running back into the flat. He was open and just overthrew him a little bit. There's play action. There's a fullback coming out in the flat. This time they ran it out of the wishbone instead of the eye to give him a different look.
Number 24, Bill Matthews on the coverage for Mendon. So it's 3rd and 10 for the Lakes. The ball at the 42. Crouch goes back. Too far for Marcotte.
He tried to come back with the same play that he ran before. He was open and just overthrew him a little bit.
So it'll bring up 4th down for Lake Linden. There's the fumble by Crouch.
It's like Miller hit Crouch right in the arm to cause the ball to pop loose, maybe messed up the timing slightly.
4th down, are they going to go for it? No, Crouch is also their punter, averaging 25.9 coming into this game. Deep for Mendon is Mike Smith. And I think it's just going to roll dead about the 17-yard line. So that's where Mendon will take over, 1st and 10. 7:14 left to go in the 3rd quarter, and we're tied at 14. Lake Linden in the blue uniforms, Mendon in the white and green. I'm Mark Andrews. Detroit Lions All-Pro linebacker Chris Spielman is with me. Now, by this time, you've played in this game. Are the nerves down now? You're a little more relaxed?
Everybody's pretty much focused, and they should start to get their 2nd win.
Mike Smith is the quarterback. Give up the middle goes to Don Riley, and he picks up about 5. Pulls down around the 20.
Same play they scored a touchdown with. They got 8 or 9 guys up on that line of scrimmage. Good play by 77 to get over there and throw his body in front of the ball carrier.
77 is Don Bartel. They pick up 3, 2nd and 7 from the 20. Mendon controlling the ball throughout the game. And they're tied with Lake Linden at 14. Little encroachment there. Offside against Mendon. So that'll be a 5-yard walk-off and make it 2nd and 12 from the 15.
It's a mental error. Those guys should know not to line up inside the neutral zone. They're the offensive team. It's unacceptable.
Well, somebody's thrown a tennis ball onto the field around the 25-yard. Oh, an orange around the 25.
They played for the Orange Bowl, Mark. I think we're in the Twilight Zone.
I think we are. 2nd and 12 from the 15 with 6:13 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lake Linden came out quickly in the 1st quarter, but it's been Mendon on the scoring ever since. Once again, another quick flag. They better go back to the drawing board. Illegal procedure against Mendon, another 5-yard walk-off. So it'll make it 2nd and 17 from the 10. Mental mistakes are killing Mendon.
They do. Mental mistakes are a coach's biggest nightmare. There's no excuse for mental errors. It's lack of concentration. Look for a draw or screen. We haven't seen one all day. This is the time to run it.
Mike Smith calling the plays. The give is to number 42, Randy Monroe. And he picks up about 3.
They have the guard pull and the kick out. It's a counter trap to kick out the outside backer. 82 does a nice job of closing, falling in, and making the tackle.
3rd down, 14 now from the 13-yard line. Or 18-yard line, I should say. Mendon needs a big play.
Well, I've been saying it all day. I'm going to say it again. I got to think there's got to be a screen in here somewhere.
They were mixing them up real well in the 2nd quarter, and they seem to just be running it up the gut now. There we go. Smith rolling right. Unloads for Randy Monroe. 1st down for Mendon.
Flag on the play. He might have been over the line of scrimmage when he threw the ball.
I think he was. You're right, Chris.
It was a bootleg.
Let's keep an eye on it. It was the 13-yard line. Yep. There it is. You can see it.
Good call by the official.
Good call by you.
I'll tell you what the Lake Linden is doing is they're blitzing everybody and they're playing man behind it. They're forcing Mendon to throw the ball. They're going to have to start throwing the ball to loosen them up a little bit. They got 9 guys on, or 8 or 9 guys on the line of skirmish, and they're pinning their ears back and coming. It's a nice adjustment by Lake Linden coaches at the halftime to stop that run.
So it'll bring up a 4th and 17. Back to punt for Mendon is Randy Monroe. He gets a nice kick away.
Nice
taken
block
by Crouch, number 13. And he's going to get hauled down around midfield. Number 27, Steve Butler on the stop.
Watch Marquette here. Nice block, setting up the return. I'll tell you, 27 does a nice job of closing the gate in front of the ball. You see how his head's turning backwards? That's a great hit and great coverage. I'll tell you, the kicking game plays a key role in these games, and sometimes the fans and people take granted for how important the kicking game is. But they got him out of a hole. They got him back to the 50. Great kick, great coverage.
1st and 10 for Lake Linden. Crouch once again rolls left, takes it himself, and he picks up about 8 to the 42.
It's a sprint action. There's that cluster look. That's the 137 intercepted in the 1st half, the same play. I think this is a design run. You got Miller leading the way. Good hustle. got to get his head in front of the ball carrier. Got to put his head in front. Oh, Mr. Sperry there. Hey, you might be watching me a couple times on Sunday doing that. No, I don't do that.
Number 22, Chad Spence made the stop. 2nd and 2 for Lake Linden. Pitch to Marcotte, number 35, and he gets piled up there on the initial stop by Monroe, number 42.
I'll tell you, that was a great job by Randy Monroe to keep contained. Watch him play off the blockers. Comes underneath that one, gets a little help from 22, does a nice job of wrapping him up. I'll tell you, I'm really impressed with both teams, how hard they're playing. You can tell this is for something.
The Class Double D State Championship game on this November 30th, 1991 at the Pontiac Silverdome. 2:55 left to go in the 3rd quarter.
I'll tell you what they're going to run right now, Mark. They're going to hit a running back in the flat like they've done. No. Look for a quick toss. This is a formation they just...
Did they take too much time?
Yep.
So the 5-yard walk-off on the delay. Instead of 3rd and 2, makes it 3rd and 7. There you see some of the coaches on the Mendon bench. 2:44 left to go in the 3rd now. Crouch spins around, rolls left, goes deep, incomplete. The pass was intended for number 15, Josh Peters. And now it's 4th down.
And, you know, they have a little play action. They want to try to get everybody flowing away from the ball. Good hit by Randy Monroe. And Mike Smith does a nice job of staying home. Nice job by Mike Smith.
So it's 4th and 7 now. And Andrew Crouch, number 13, is back to punt for Lake Linden. Deep is Michael Smith, the other quarterback for Mendon. Smith to the 25, spins around, and he gets pulled down around the 28. Number 35, Rich Marcotte on the stop.
There's some hitting going on down there.
Yeah.
See, Rich is down there checking his helmet out right now.
Might have popped a pad or something.
Well, he's a tough guy, I tell you. He's doing it on offense and defense. Good player.
So Mendon takes over on offense at their own 27. Officials stop play for a second. And here's Michael Smith. The give is to Tracy Monroe, or Randy Monroe rather, and he gets up to the 30-29. A gain of 2, making it 2nd and 8.
Donnie Bartell did a nice job of penetrating the inside gap and tripping him up. I tell you, I can't overemphasize the adjustments that Linden has made. They're putting people up on a line of scrimmage, and they're saying they're daring them to throw the ball.
And they're keeping it on the ground.
That's right.
Smith goes up in the air. Caught by number 18, Terry Baker. First down for Mendon.
There you go. They had all them people up on the line of scrimmage. They blitz. Here they come. See the linebacker coming in. Play action pass. Man-to-man coverage. Lays it up and lets the receiver run underneath it. Good throw. Good catch.
First down for Mendon on the Lake Linden 40-yard line.
Crouch got sucked up on the play action there a little bit. He got a little jump, little late start getting back.
Smith on the give to Don Riley, and he picks up a couple as he crosses the 40. A minute 15 to go in the 3rd quarter. Lake Linden 14, Mendon 14.
Linden's doing a nice job of getting penetration in the backfield. forcing the ball to not go north and south, but go east and west and letting their linebackers slow to make the play. Here they come again.
Monroe and Riley are in the backfield. The give is to Monroe, and he gets close to the 30 and close to a first down. He may have gotten it.
Nice block by the tight end, picking up the scraping linebacker right there. Monroe made a nice cut off that block.
Marcotte and Miller on the stop for Lake Linden. And they're third and about a foot at the 31.
In 2-down territory, look for a pass into the end zone.
Smith gives to Riley, and he gets the first down and a couple more. Crouch making the stop for Lake Linden, along with number 64, Lucas.
Had a chance for him in the backfield right there. It's outside of contain. Crouch comes up and makes a nice play, but not before he gets his first down.
First and 10 for Mendon at the 28. That's the end of the third quarter, and we're tied at 14.
That quarter flew by because of keeping the ball on the ground. It keeps the clock running.
Lake Linden 14, Mendon 14. There you see Lake Linden scoring in the first quarter on a 1-yard run by Andrew Crouch and a 79-yard fumble recovery return for a touchdown. Then Mendon came back in the second quarter on a 10-yard run by Mike Smith, making it 14-8 at halftime. And in the third quarter, Don Riley's 39-yard run tied this game at 14.
It's crucial for Lake Linden to hold them here. If they score here, they get all the momentum going in. If they score here, it's going to be tough to come back on them because they're a fired-up Mendon football team right now.
The next scoring, the team that does the next scoring could win the ball game because with so much ball possession, so much of a ground game, they might just chew up the clock.
The way Mendon is controlling that football, if they score here and they get the ball back, it's going to be tough for Linden to come back. This is crucial right here. In my opinion, this is going to decide the football game. I really think so.
So it'll be first and 10 for Mendon. Ball's at the 28. You can hear the crowd.
Oh, it's getting wild.
Both sides are up, sharing their teams.
This is what it's about. This is when each and every guy's looking in the eyes of his teammates saying, this is what we worked for all year. This is our opportunity. Don't let it get away. Got 22 guys saying that to each other.
There's Andrew Crouch, the quarterback and defensive back on Lake Linden. The Mendon Hornets and the Lake Linden Lakes for the Class Double D State Championship. We have 12 minutes left. They'll play overtime if we're tied at the end of this quarter. There you see the ball marked at the 28-yard line. Monroe and Riley are in the backfield for Mendon. The give is to Monroe. He gets inside the 25 to about the 22. Number 77, Don Bartell, in on the stop. 6'1", 192-pound senior.
That was that fake toss, quick trap to the fullback. It was a quick hitter. Doing a good job coming off the ball now. They're starting to establish the line of scrimmage again.
Second and 5, the ball at the 23. Give is to Monroe, and he gets inside the 20 to the 18. He picked up a nice block.
You see how they're coming off the ball? They got a good double team. Jeff Miller makes a nice job coming back in and making a play. Big down here, Mark. Big down.
3rd and 1. The ball at the Lake Linden 19. But then these teams don't like to punt, so we'll probably see them running another play.
This is 2 down
even
territory.
if they don't make it. You bet. There you see Mike Smith, number 2. They give us to Monroe. And he's inside the 10 to the 6. Before he's pulled down by number 82, Jason Evans.
Quick hitting dive.
Nice ball.
Block everybody down. Double team on the linebacker. Nice spin move. Great balance by Randy Monroe. He's been the workhorse on this drive, giving Riley a little bit of rest and letting Monroe take control.
Randy Monroe, only 5'8", 161 pounds, a senior on this Mendon High School club. 1st and goal. They give us to Riley. Touchdown. It is.
We're beating them up front right now, Mark. Good blocks all the way around. Nice balance. Smells the end zone and gets in.
Riley's 2nd touchdown of the afternoon. He scored on a 39-yard run in the 3rd quarter, and Mendon takes the lead 20-14.
This is a crucial play right here. Difference between a 6 and 8 point swing right here.
They're going to go for the 2.
Bootleg.
Mike Smith takes it himself. He's in. 2 points. Now Mendon is up by 7. They're up by 8, 22-14.
That's an excellent call. They've been running the football. They come with the play action bootleg. He has the option to run or pass. Decides to take it himself. Good call, good execution.
There you see it, 10-14. Left to go in the 4th quarter. They need a touchdown and a conversion just to tie. Here it is again.
Kick out, power roll. They block down, Does a nice job of squeezing in the end zone. I think there was no denying him in the end zone once he's seen the blue. I tell you, the difference in this football game has been the 1-2 punch of Riley and Monroe. You know, you stop one guy, and here you got another guy smashing it down your face. It really got 2 good backs. I tell you, Mike Smith has done an excellent job of running the offense. He's made the big plays when he had to make them.
Plus, he's been sharing the duties. I think if you look at the stats at the end of the game, at least in the 1st quarter, both of them had the ball within 2 possessions of each other. So they keep it even. Nobody gets tired.
They're a very balanced attack. I think they went at halftime and said, you know, let's get back to what got us here, and that's running the football. They've been able to do that successfully. I think Linden's defense is wearing down just a little bit.
Now, we should mention Lake Linden had a 600-mile trip to get here. They left on Thursday to get here for the Saturday game. They stopped in Marquette, about 4 or 5 hours from where they are located in the Keweenaw Peninsula, practiced at Northern Michigan University, then drove down yesterday and practiced in East Lansing at Michigan State's indoor facility, and then came here last night, spent the night, and here they are playing in the state championship
game. That's an awful long way. I'll tell you what.
All by bus.
I'm amazed about the amount of people that are here supporting this Linden football team. You know, you could say, well, maybe they're tired from the trip, but I find that hard to believe in the state championship.
10 minutes and 14 seconds left in the 4th quarter of this Class Double D state championship game. Number 22, Chad Spence, there you see him, tees the ball up for Mendon. Rich Marcotte is deep, along with number 13, Andrew Crouch, for Lake Linden. And it's a long kick inside the 10, taken by Marcotte. Up the middle, and he gets pulled down at the 25-yard line.
That's the first deep kick we've seen all day, and that's the best field position for the Mendon defense they had to start the whole day with.
He had him backpedaling just to catch the ball.
Good hit.
Number 62. Victor Hoover on the stop.
Excellent tackle.
1st and 10 for Lake Linden. They have to get on the board here. Crouch on the bootleg. He picks up about 3. Number 24, Bill Matthews, in on the stop.
Kind of reminds me of the old student body right and left that USC used to run, but they're running it with their quarterback. Mendon's defense is doing an excellent job of stringing it out and letting the inside pursuit catch up to the ball carrier.
It's 2nd and 6 from the 29. A big series for Lake Linden to get back into this one. Crouch rolls right. Overthrows. Josh Peters, number 15.
They're trying to hit the back in the flat like they did so effectively in the first half. Mendon made the adjustment of bringing their outside linebacker, Randy Monroe, and putting pressure on the quarterback instead of dropping off in pass coverage.
3rd and 6 now. There you see Andrew Crouch, the quarterback for the Lake Linden Lakes. Getting a play from Rich Marcotte, number 35.
They haven't run the fullback in the flat after play action out of the I formation. Let's see if they do that here.
3rd and 6. Timeout taken by Lake Linden. They really can't afford any 5-yard walk-offs for delay here.
This is a huge series for Lake Linden, simply because of the way Mendon has been controlling the football. They got to try to get points somehow on the board in this series. If not, they got to get a 3 and out on their next series on defense, or it's going to be it could be pretty much over.
There you see Ron Warner giving instructions to his Lake Linden team. A school of 202 students in the Upper Peninsula. Mendon has 2 more students. They have 204 in their school, Class Double D. And there you see John Schwartz, the Mendon coach. Mendon went 10-1 this year. Coming into this game, Lake Linden 12-0. Mendon's only loss at this point, up until today, came at Schoolcraft, where they lost 14-8. There you see Lake Linden. 3rd and 10 for the Lakes, with 7:55 and the clock running left in the 4th quarter. 22-14, Mendon with the lead. Crouch takes it himself, and he picks up about 5. Number 57, Ron Friel on the stop.
Straight drop back pass. Randy Monroe loses the contain. I'll tell you what, he does a great job of keeping his feet, trying to run him down. Nice cut. Good hit. We're talking about the pursuit from the ball. The defensive lineman from Mendon did an excellent job chasing that ball downfield.
There you see an injured Mendon player, number 37, Trent Allen, 5'7", 168-pound junior for the Hornets.
Trent, the linebacker there, made the tackle on Crouch. Looks like he got dinged up a little bit. Go back in the flat.
Crouch gets pulled down. Big play for Mendon. They get a sack and they get possession on the Lake Linden 38.
There's the play action pass with the fullback in the flat. Number 22, Chad Spence, does an excellent job of playing man-to-man coverage. Takes it away. Randy Monroe instead of dropping off, instead of dropping off, comes in and contains the quarterback. Chad Spence and Monroe did an excellent job of playing the play. I don't think they played their defense. They played the play. They had to stop that play, and they made great adjustments at that time. Great job by the staff and the players to stop that play.
1st and 10 for Mendon. They have 7 minutes left in the 4th quarter. The give is to Monroe, and he gets across the 35 before he's brought down.
Tell you, Lake Linden needs a turnover or a change of possession pretty fast to have any hope of winning this game.
Number 64, John Locus on the stop. Pickup of 3. Let's call it 4. 2nd and 6 from the 34. Mendon running out of the eye. They give to Monroe again. He gets to at least the 30.
They're just going to run the ball and try to use up as much clock as possible.
They've been doing it with great success all afternoon. 3rd and 2 from the 30. There you see the time remaining in the 4th quarter. Very close ball game all the way. Here's Monroe again. And he's close to a first down, but he's short by about a yard.
Good play by John Lucas from his inside linebacker position, shooting the gap and stopping Monroe.
Here's a big 4th down play. With about 5.5 minutes to go, Lake Linden has plenty of time to engineer something, but they need a stop.
They're gonna bring everybody. They got to bring everybody. They got to sell out, stop this 4th down play.
Monroe gets the call, and he gets the first down. Across the 32 to the 31.
Block down, pin everybody inside. It has a little seam, and just well-executed play. I tell you, Lake Linden has to start pretty soon to think about stopping that clock.
In a situation like that, in a 4th down play, does it deflate you psychologically a little bit when they get that first down?
Oh, yeah, it does a lot, but you have to clear yourself because you still have 4 minutes and 45 seconds to go in the game. They got to stop in this series.
Monroe once again gets close to the first down yardage. See where they spot the ball. They give him 9. It'll be 2nd and 1.
There it is, just a straight dive, coming off. Just pretty much dominating the line of scrimmage right now. Now, what Linden has to start thinking about doing, instead of tackling the man with the ball, they got to start tackling the ball. They got to get a turnover somehow.
2nd and 1. Mendon on the move. 4:12 left in the 4th quarter. It gives to Monroe again. Who else? He's inside the 15 to the 13. Pickup of 3.
No mystery what they're doing.
The clock continues to move. 4 minutes exactly left in the 4th quarter.
Start thinking about stopping that clock if you're on the Linden sidelines there.
Michael Smith, the quarterback. Bootlegs left, takes it himself.
Great play.
And gets inside the 10 to the 8.
They set this up all along. Danny Barkell playing corner, comes off, plays off the receiver's block, comes up and makes a nice hit on Michael Smith. I'll tell you, for 5'5", 135 or whatever he is, he's a tough guy. Smart football player. Stayed at home, played his position.
Now Smith is 5'10", 158.
And what's Barkell, or Daniel Barkell?
Barkell, or number 20, Ben Jones, split end, is 5'11", 145. The give is to Monroe once again. Grinding out some more yardage, gets close to the 5. Pulled down around the 6. Time running out, becoming a factor for Lake Linden. It's 3rd down. There you see the ball at the 6. Mendon on top, 22-14. 3rd down and 2. They still have Riley and Monroe in the backfield. The give is to Monroe. He's inside the 5 to the 3. He's got the first down.
I think Mendon senses victory after they all got their hands in the air. They feel it. There's no stopping them now.
All the Mendon supporters are on their feet as it's 1st and goal from the 3. Mendon up by 8 with 2 minutes exactly left to go in the 4th quarter.
Randy Monroe up the middle.
Mike Smith to give to Monroe. Good call, touchdown.
Stayed with it the whole drive. It's coming off. They're blitzing everybody, but they're just, the defensive linemen are playing a little bit too high. He's coming off, throwing off the ball into the end zone.
There you see Randy Monroe, a 5'8", 161-pound senior, and what a way to go out in your senior year. Then with a touchdown in the last 2 minutes of the game to ice it for your school in the state championship game. On the 2-point conversion, complete to number 24, Bill Matthews, making it 30-14 Mendon.
Yeah, they're just running a little in and out. The inside runs inside, the outside receiver runs out. There it is. Nice play, nice execution.
And there you see our score with 1:48 to go. 30-14.
I'll tell you, the difference in the ball game is that Mendon has been able to control the football and run the football. And let's take a look at the touchdown again. The same play, they took the ball down the field. The defensive line's playing a little high. They just come off, throw them off the ball, runs it right in.
And there you see some of the fans here at the Pontiac Silverdome. And there you see the Mendon fans. Just 1:48 from their state championship. Now these two teams played each other 2 years ago for the Class D state championship. But since they've added 2 more classes, or a class to each of the 4 divisions, they're now in Double D, and they play here again. I'm Mark Andrews, Detroit Lions All-Pro linebacker. Chris Spielman here. Nice hat, Chris.
I was trying to hide up my face a little bit. I'm beat up a little bit this year.
1:48 to go. As the Mendon team comes out on the field. Oh, they know it now.
Look at them. They're out there high-stepping and everything. I tell you, there's not a... I tell you, these guys are going to remember this feeling for a long time to come.
And they have a tape to play it on and watch it the rest of their lives as well. Chad Spence, number 22, will kick it off for Mendon. 1:48 to go. They're up by 16. Just squibs it. They're going to let it go out of bounds and take the 5-yard penalty. And Spence will kick it off again from the 35. There is our referee for this afternoon's game. Paul Holmes out of Gaylord. The umpire, Robert McNamara from Gaylord. The linesman, Dale Jamison from Gladstone. Jack Giddings, the line judge from Baraga. William Root, the back judge from Roscommon. So Spence will kick it off again, and he shoots it right down the middle of the field. Taken there by Crouch at the 15. He's pulled down at the 28. with 1:41 left to go in the fourth quarter. Here it is again on the return.
Nice cut, but I tell you, the Mendon guys are coming down like wild men now. They sense a state championship in their grasp.
To Lake Linden, each Mendon player must look like he's 6'5", 310.
I tell you what, Lake Linden showed a lot of heart and courage today. They played super, but Mendon just, I think, warmed down in the end. Just had a little bit too much size for him.
Well, Lake Linden came out with a lot of fire, scoring 14 points in the first quarter. Crouch's pass was intended for number 20, Dan Barkel, incomplete. So it'll be 2nd and 10 with 1:13 to go. The ball is at the Lake Linden 27-yard line. Last chance for Lake Linden to get back into this one. As Crouch gives to number 40, Jeff Miller. He gets across the 35 to the 37, but the clock continues to run.
Mendon doesn't mind that at all. They're sitting back, playing a little bit of prevent defense. Here they run the draw.